I have another guest on the telephone, Gerard van Vliet from Holland.
Yes.
Hello, are you there?
I'm fine.
Yes, you were on this program earlier this winter. You are the advocate of the Dutch people who put their money into iSafe.
Yes.
Yes, I would just like to ask you shortly, what are the reactions in Holland about the presidential veto?
They're mixed. On the one side, of course, there's politicians that would like to see the money back as soon as possible, especially the Minister of Finance, who signed a memorandum of understanding together with his former colleague in October 2008, a long time ago already. On the other side, there are more and more people that are balancing the positions. On one side, we know that there's a responsibility with supervisors in Iceland. On the other side, we are also aware of the fact that they couldn't go as far as they went as long as the Dutch and the UK closed their eyes.
But do you think there's a problem? There's a possibility of renegotiating the whole thing for the third time?
Well, there have been possibilities from the beginning. It's a question of who is on which side of the table and what is the aim of the negotiations. If you, as Icelanders, don't put on the table more than, yes, we want to have a loan arranged for, like was said in the Memorandum of Understanding, then the reaction on the other side of the table is not more or less than that. If you put on the table, we would like to have your help, we would like to have a general integrated solution, and part of that should be a financial solution, then it's another deal. You've got another aim in order to negotiate. It's a question of your own fault from the beginning.
But from what I understand, you actually wrote a letter to the Icelandic president before his decision.
Yes.
What did you say in this letter?
We said that according to us, everybody will profit if Iceland is going to be on its feet as soon as possible. In order to be on your feet, you gotta need help. 320,000 people can't set up a country again with such a mess as you have. So you need those same friends that call themselves friends in Europe in order to get a solution. And in order to get that solution, you've got to implement Plan B instead of just a money solution. And Plan B is getting everybody on the same table and be on the same level of agreement with the fact that Iceland should be helped economically.
So you still think that justice has not seen the light of day in this matter?
Oh, not at all, not at all. I listened into the program and heard Eva Joly and also Elvira talking about it, and they're both right in the sense that it's not a legal issue at all. Because from a legal point of view, there's a lot of things that are not quite clear. It's a question of, let's say, the basic social rights that everybody has. Why did Iceland give all the Icelanders access to their accounts? Or why didn't they do it for the UK and the Netherlands? Why was in February 2008 already clear that Iceland was going bankrupt? Because then the start of the emergency law was being started. So there's a lot of uncertainty, and I think everybody should sit around the table in order to get to a real solution instead of mucking around about the loans.
Okay, and so you have been advocating a more sort of constructive solution.
Yes.
That's what you were saying on my program this winter.
Yeah, and what I see here in the Netherlands, but also abroad, that people are more and more bending towards that general solution instead of trying to get to a financial loan. And of course, on the political side, and it's a pity, I told you before that the PR of the relations of Iceland is so bad because owing to that, I think they negotiate and they talk with each other on a diplomatic level, but the real PR should be done country by country, so people know exactly what's going on, like Eva Joly did by giving an interview to one of the major newspapers in the Netherlands. There should be a lot more known here on this side of the ocean on what is going on in Iceland, and maybe on the other side as well in Iceland for the interest and let's say the emotions of the people in the Netherlands and the UK.
Okay, Gerard, thank you for being on this program.